still here at the lake, sitting in the Sammy. I just got out, walked around for a little bit. Sorry I didn't take you with. There were some guys loading up their bass boat and stuff like that. I guess they're coming off the lake because it's getting late in the day, you know. Didn't look like they'd caught anything, so I didn't really chat with them or anything like that. Anyway, I'm going to keep this video short, but I do want to, make sure that, that we're kind of on track here with understanding the idea of connectivity between belief systems. Now, I've got a buddy of mine. We've been friends for, I don't know, about 20 years, I guess. Close to it, anyway. He's much older than me. He lives up in Alaska. He's a Baha'i. As his belief system of choice. And you got to love the Baha'is. They're very nice people for the most part, at least all the ones that I've met. And they have a kind of a way of thinking that not only is everything connected, they see their belief system as kind of the most current culmination of beliefs, where if you remember in Hinduism, an avatar who has the soul of God in a human body, and they have the connection to everything because they are the God Spirit incarnated in a human being. Well, in the Baha'i faith, they believe that as well, and they have... It was strange. I got cut off there in mid-discussion. I'm not sure what's going on with the camera, but anyway, I will endeavor to continue the discussion that I was having, where I was talking about, the Baha'is' belief in everything coalescing into one belief system. And of course, they believe that their belief system is that system that everything has coalesced into, which is interesting. Not something I totally agree with. I believe that... Oh, I'm going to put you back in the thing here. See if I can get you. There we go. Looks like the camera's going to continue so I can finish up this video. Anyway, so my difficulty is that there is literally thousands of belief systems that we know of. And there has probably been, since the dawn of man, who knows how many. It would be interesting if one belief system was the aggregation of everything that was believed prior to that. Number one, I don't believe that it's possible. And number two, I have trouble with how the aggregation is supposed to have occurred and some of the things that they utilize inside of that aggregation. But nonetheless, it is an interesting concept, and one that I can see in many of the Eastern religions, of course, which Christianity is a part of, where one has built upon the next, or I should say, each new belief system will claim the previous things that have been said and done and whatnot in order to garner those people who were followers of the previous system into their own, and thereby claiming validity and authenticity. I'm not discounting that. So, like I said, I have a link to the belief system that the Baha'is have, and you can go out there and take a look at that on my Facebook page of God and Man on Facebook. So you can go out there and follow the link and take a look at that. Anyway, one of the things that their avatar, their manifestation of God had said was that an individual has the ability to change the world. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. If you think back to what Christ had said to Thomas, you know, that a man who has light inside can bring light to the whole world, but a man who doesn't have light will exist in darkness. Can't argue with that. But it kind of ties back to one of the other passages that I saw a long time ago that you know really kind of got into my brain. You've probably heard the Simon and Garfunkel song, you know, "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend." Well, it's actually the sound of silence. And it starts out talking about how there was a seed left in his brain while he was sleeping. And I love the version of that song done by Disturbed, which is one of my favorite bands. They have a lot of great music out there. Man, you got to listen to their stuff. And I've linked to some of it out on my Facebook page as well, especially The Sound of Silence. Anyway, go listen to that. It's awesome. Anyway, with that idea, I keep going back to the fact that each person has the opportunity to bring light to the world, as Christ said to Thomas. But then I think back to this passage by the Buddha, and he says, one moment can change a day. One day can change a life. And one life can change the world. I love that. And let me then tie those pieces and parts together and say that in order for one life to change the world, they have to have that light that we've been talking about. They have to have that energy that we were all created from, that we were all created with, as we've talked about with the Shinto belief system, and the idea that God was an energetic being that created energetic mitosis, created an equal and separate entity, the yin to his yang, and that those two entities, and I don't know how they did it, but they created, all of the other energetic beings in the cosmos, of which your soul is one of them. And therefore, you are an energetic being, and therefore you have that energy inside, and that ability to be that light. It's up to you, right? Of course, it's up to you. It's up to each of us. And then when I think back to this passage, one moment can change a day. One day can change a life. And one life can change the world. I want to do that. I hope you do too.